Hello folks, hope you're all doing well. Not going to believe me, are you? It's absolutely beautiful out there now, but I kid you not, for the last 2 to 3 days, it has been horrible up here. It's been chucking it out with rain, it's freezing cold, the wind is sort of 30 to 40 mile an hour. And when I come to film this video to say, it's Sunday, I'm normally at the allotment and I'm not there today because it's horrible, the sun's come out. Anyway, we're back here in the kitchen. And I've got my friends, the flamingos, over here that seem to get more comments than I do. And somewhere lying on the floor back there is the cat. So at least the 3 most popular people or animals or things in these videos are here, as well as me. Anyway, we're at the plot, so what are we doing? I've got a bit of a plan coming together. So my inside growing area is going to get changed around a bit. This is going to be a bit of a two-parter because I've got some potting on to do. We've got chilies, onions, shallots, things like that. All need potting on, loads of new seeds to do. And we've got some of these brilliant sort of solid plastic container-wise things to come. We'll look at them in part 2 though. Part 1 is all about the new grow light and where that's going to go and how that setup's going to look. So you might remember last sort of couple of videos, we've done a giveaway. We gave away a nice big grow light, and that's because I've got a new one. So I've got a SpiderFarmer SF1000, and this is the absolute real deal, this thing. So I've taken out the outside box. Nothing else to see other than a box, and the instructions there popped out, and we know what we do with the instructions. We just put them to one side. Right, first up, what do we have in this little bag here? A cable, and I'll come to what that's for in a moment. And the other things here are the sort of the little carabiners and the little clips and the ropes and things for stringing it up. I'll not go into that too much now, but they're just sort of 1 clips on each corner with a carabiner, and they're fully adjustable, so you can adjust the height of it, how close you want it to be, which is absolutely what I need. And we'll pop them down now, but I'll show you how all that works when I put it in the new growing area upstairs, and we'll move that plastic bag over there. So let's have a look at this. Let's just pop it out, and I'm going to try and be very, very careful with it. And I'm going to dispose of that down there. It was really nicely packaged when I bought it anyway. It's nice and protected. So you can see the bottom there, what it sort of looks like. And like I say, this one's a 1000 watt. All the electronics in here are made by Samsung for SpiderFarmer. And if I turn it over, this one's a little bit more advanced than the last one that I had, in that the controls on here, you've got your on-off switch, as you would expect. You've got a little dial at the end here though that goes from 0 to 100%, so you can control how bright you want the light to be, which is absolutely brilliant. So if you don't want to go on sort of full beam on top of your crops or whatever you've got growing at the moment, you can adjust that and set it just right. And like I say, you can go from 0 to 100, so there's loads and loads of different settings in there that you can have. And here we've got 2 channel ports as well. So if you want to increase your sort of indoor grow light growing area, you can hook up one light to the next, to the next, to the next, and control them all from one dial. And that's what this cable is that I mentioned before. So it's good that that comes in the box. So if you do get another grow light, you just pop that in there, pop it in the next one. You can daisy chain them together and control them all in a one-er. Anyway, without further ado, let's plug it in and have a quick look. And I've learned from my last video not to turn it on straight away and nearly blind myself. And one thing to remember is don't look directly into grow lights and don't touch them once they've been on for a while, because they get really hot. Now there is a plug on the side of this bench, so we'll pop that in. And I'm just tell you what, we'll just have a cup of tea. And by the way, while you're here, if you can see that, that's what colour tea should be, that nice sort of dark kind of golden brown colour. None of this really white milky sort of nonsense that you get. Anyway, back to the grow light. So we say we've just got a simple on-off switch here, and I'll pop it on, but I'll point it down and you'll see the light comes on there, and it's really, really bright. But what I want to show you is just how the dial works. So I'll just sort of dial it up there, and hopefully you can see that getting brighter and brighter. And I can feel a glow up here on me. Might be, I've got a little screen on the front of the camera that I can just about see what I can see from here, but it'll be really interesting to see what this looks like on the screen with this really big glow coming out of there. But that's absolutely brilliant that you can sort of spin that up and down and control it again. I'll do it a couple of times so you can sort of see what it's like there. And you can have loads of lights on or not as many lights on, so we can ramp it up again, another switch on the back there, and we can go full whack on all the lights and put it on, and that's as bright as it goes. And again, much more control over this. We can knock the main light off and then we've got control over the dimmer as well. So I'll just pop that off for now, and we'll turn it over. So for me, that's a really, really nice piece of kit. I said beforehand, I was using some of those ones that sort of clips on the bench, and it's got 4 ones that sort of come off them over the top that are good. They've done the job, but it's about time I got a little bit more advanced, a little bit better. So next bit, please don't tell the wife, but what I've identified is upstairs in the spare room, we've got 2 big cupboards, and I've spotted a shelf in there that's just got junk in it. So I'm going to take the junk out of it, and I'm going to hang this from the shelf above, and I'm going to have all my little seedlings in there. So that's going to come up in part 2, but whatever you do, don't tell her. Right, that's me done for today. If you want to see how that pans out, to say we're going to do some of the potting on, and then when I do the potting on, I'll put them upstairs in that new area that I've spotted on, but don't tell her. So please think about giving us a subscribe, giving us a thumbs up, leave comments below. I'm always interested to know what people do inside for growing at this time of year, because here in Scotland, the growing season and the days at the moment are really, really short. So it's really important to get some crops off really early. So like the chilies, say the aubergines are going to go in there, the tomatoes when they're done, cucumbers, anything like that that needs a long season, I get those set off really, really early and ready to go out later in the season. Anyway, that's me done for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now, folks.